affects individuals and families. Yet, these people have poor health, mental illness, and substance abuse, and they become more likely to become victims of crime and violence. This is not just a Ghana problem. Homelessness is a global problem, and Ghana is no exception. The latest research we have conducted in Ghana suggests there are over 90,000 street-connected children in Accra alone. And these children are exposed to violence, exploitation, and abuse. And they are also at the risk of being drawn into criminal activity. Yet, homelessness is a complex problem with no easy solutions. However, there are a few things that can be done to address this problem. One important step is support and services to homeless people. This includes food, shelter, health. It also includes providing education, vocational training opportunities. Another important step is to prevent homelessness from happening in the first place. Why should we have to wait for people to fall out and come on the streets? If we have robust social protection systems in countries, when kids are struggling in families, the social protection system will become the safety net that would hold these children from falling out and being out on the streets. We need to be addressing the root causes of homelessness, such as poverty, inequality, and discrimination. Also, affordable housing, also other safety nets, the interventions that we put together as a world. How are we making sure that they are outcome driven, that they are actually targeted at the people that need it most? I have to say that unfortunately, homelessness is a growing problem around the world. It's being exacerbated by the current economic hardships. These hardships are leading to increased poverty, inequality, and social unrest. When we have economic hardships like we are experiencing now, history tells us and experience tells us that a lot of people become self-centered, less motivated to give in or think of living in community. But rather, this is the period that we need to come together and support each other, because this is the most hardest times in our world. So we need to rather have belonging in a community. Homelessness affects all of us. It's not just for homeless people. Homelessness undermines the social cohesion and the fabric of our communities. It leads to increased crime and violence sometimes. As a people who have civilized and grown to where we don't want bad things to happen to us, our world, it is imperative that we know that social cohesion only happens when we have safety nets to protect the people that matter. And this is exactly what the Street Children Empowerment Foundation, which I lead, has been doing. We are fighting homelessness in Ghana. For the last 13 years, myself and so many young people, and even people who have a lot of experience serving on our board, serving as individual donors and individual godparents, mentors, partners, are constantly supporting our programs and services to street connected children. And the interesting part is, because there is no ecosystem, we have to use the holistic approach. Even though homelessness is a complex situation, the homeless approach seems to be working. We are taking kids from the street, we are putting them in school, we are giving kids opportunity to be in vocational training opportunities, we are providing healthcare, psychosocial support. So we have to create the 360 social work system around children so they are able to thrive and have that safety. Working with their parents, pushing their parents to see that even though they may get life support, that is not sustainable. They need to be able to do soap. They need to be able to do some economic activities. They need to be able to take some parenting classes. They need to be able to take some financial literacy classes, so they are able to put their act together, so they are able to be like anyone else. So SCEF's work is very essential to building a more resilient and inclusive community in Ghana. By supporting SCEF, we can help to create a community where everybody can thrive. The current economic hardships is leading to increased inequalities in few ways. First, hardships are disproportionately impacting the poor and marginalized. And let me explain. Yes, everybody is struggling, but for people who are struggling with bread and butter issues, they are losing it. We did a survey after COVID, and real parents said they couldn't, the basic support they gave, our scholarship gives a huge support to kids to go to public schools. The basic support, which is around $1 or 50 cents that they give their kids, they are unable because all of their capital is gone. They have, we have numerous families that have lost their homes and are sleeping at the mercy of the weather. So there's the hardship is not affecting all of us equally. People have lost their livelihoods. I know everyone have lost something, but it's disproportionate. Second, the hardships are leading to cuts in social programs that support the poor and vulnerable. We are seeing this all over the world. In the UK, there's a lot of protests going on. In Ghana, we are supposed to start a program for homeless children called GEOP, and we are still waiting that this would happen. This is meant to target homeless, street-connected children so they are able to be removed and given the basic of being able to go to school, and their parents given some basic of lively empowerment. We're still waiting. There seems to be a cut there. It may not be a priority for the government or may not be a priority for the funding partners. Third, the hardships are creating an environment of fear and uncertainty. And this is leading to increased discrimination and social exclusion. In times of economic hardships, it is common, like I indicated earlier, that we all want to just think about ourselves and how we can care for our families. This is understandable because as people are struggling, as we are all struggling to meet our basic needs. However, however, this can exacerbate the problem of homelessness, can make it worse, and we need to pause and rethink how we want to go forward. When people are less motivated to think of living in community, they are less likely to support programs and services that help homeless people. So as people they don't believe in a community, they are all looking out for themselves, they're all looking out for their households. Individuals who would ordinarily even donate towards activities for homeless people are cutting this budget. So it's not just a government level, the individual level is happening. People who would before have given their time to support activities are cutting down this time because they are like, let me go after the money and stock it so me and my family can have more. So everywhere that resources could come to support homeless people is under siege, it's under attack, and we need to change this narrative. The current problems of the world are, yes, I must admit, they are very complex, too challenging, but we must also know that they are too challenging for one individual or organization to solve it alone. We need to come together in community to share our resources, knowledge, and expertise. We need to come together in community to support each other emotionally and spiritually because we are in the toughest time in the world. When we come together in community, we can create more resilient and inclusive world. We can also create a world where everybody can thrive. SCEF's model, SCEF is a model for other organizations working to address homelessness. SCEF's holistic approach is effective and is sustainable. SCEF's work is essential to building a more peaceful and prosperous Ghana and world. So, ladies and gentlemen, launching this events, I invite you. I invite each one of you. Don't just like the video. Don't just share your comments and your views about what you think about homelessness going on in the world. Today is World Homeless Day. There's nothing to celebrate, but nothing for us to come together under this program and unite and go forward. What can you, the viewer, do? What can you do to help in this quest? There are several ways I can suggest to you. Apart from liking, sharing, and giving the word out to everybody to see what SCEF has done over the last 13 years, you may be part of an organization, a group, a social club. This is time for us to gather around and pull resources together and see how we may be able to support, coming to this end of the year, a cause like SCEF, so we can protect people who are street connected, homeless families. So you can donate in cash, kind. You can adopt this campaign and make it your own. You can say that I have entered the event. Any resources you need, from flyer, from brochure, from even if you have to use our digital platforms like I am using now, we are open to this. We invite you to join us in this campaign. We want you to own this campaign. There are several platforms as well that you can use, like GoFundMe. You can set up your own campaign. If you let us know, we'll give you all the resources you need. In Ghana, there is Chango. You can set up that on Chango as well. You can also collaborate with us. We can use our Paystack and all of our online tools to help raise awareness so people know that you are doing this in support of homeless people or street connected people in Ghana. Not just that, there's a lot of policies that is making a lot more children come onto the streets. We are approaching the election year. Politicians are coming to you as delegates to get your authority to lead. The next leaders of our country have started coming to you, campaigning to you to get your votes. How would you make homelessness a topical agenda in this election? It matters to me. As a people, we collect taxes, and the taxes that we pay supposed to help us create a social system. That's a social contract, so that there are safety nets to protect. What is the state of our social welfare in Ghana? What is the state of funding that we allocate on our budget to social welfare? We have a national agenda to get identification cards, Ghana card, so we call it. How are we making sure that children in street situations get access? Why? The first right of a child is name and nationality. If we cannot ensure that our kids have nationality, birth cert is for sale in Ghana. You have to pay to get birth certificate. We all know this. Now we are paying for Ghana card, allegedly. How can we ensure that the Ghana card is extended? If that is the means that we can say you're a Ghanaian, that every child in Ghana at birth has a Ghana card, including street connected children or homeless people, and there will be no barrier of cash to make them citizens. How can we make sure that our health insurance, which everything we buy, we are levied? How can we make sure that this levy is actually channeling to children that actually need it? So they have free health insurance registration. They don't have to pay every year. They can go to any hospital. If a child is defiled, a young girl is defiled, and the hospital is asking for 600 cedis before that child can be attended to, and evidence can be given to court before the child can be given justice. How can we make sure that we advocate for effective policies? We have FQ, free compulsory universal basic education, and this enjoins Ghana Education Service to be out there on the street every day, making sure that no child of school-going age is out of school. How is the GES implementing this? If the GES is implementing F cube as it should we have over 90,000 street connected children in Accra alone? Don't we have a non-formal education unit under the GES? What is their mandate? What are they supposed to be doing? If I want to go on, I'll go on and on and on. We have Ghana Enterprise Agency. Yes, thanks that we had some collaboration with Ghana Enterprise Agency to help a number of parents. But how are we making sure that the district level initiatives are actually targeting the people that need it most so we can address the homelessness situation in Ghana effectively? So that's another way. When the politicians come to you, the election campaign have started. Please approach us. If you need any brochure, if you need any facts, if you need us on any program, if you need us to be panelists to make this a topical case, we are here. I am here. I'll lead the chat with my team to bring this issue, to face this issue head on and make sure we address this issue. But we need a lot more advocates. SCEF can never do it alone. We can. The issues that goes, the policies that need to be implemented in this country, in Ghana, for homelessness or street connected situations or children in street situations or families in street situations to be addressed is enormous and it can never take us alone. So it's not just donation. We also need a lot of pro bono professionals. We need people who want to volunteer their time. You can just reach out to us in whichever form, shape. Reach out to us that you want to help, and we will be very glad to assist you with any material and anything that you need to be able to do this. Today is World Homeless Day, and I believe that together we can help create a better future for Ghana and for all children. But before I end, I want to reiterate this. The current global economic hardships are rather a reminder of the interconnectedness of our world. We say it in other words, the world is a global village. It may be happening in Ghana and you feel it may not be connected, but we all belong together. We are all in this together. We need to work together to address them. Have we seen how our airports are full? Have we seen how our youths are exiting Ghana? Are we seeing all the illegal means people are trying to make ends meet now? Are we seeing the lack of the intolerance level rising? Are we seeing mobilization on our streets all over the world and in Accra as well? Does it speak of safety for anyone who feels this is not connected to them? Injustice anywhere. Continue for me. I want to invite you again. Do all the means you can so we can build a just and equitable world. But before we go, I have a guest and I have some few more things to show you. So give me a few minutes and I will give you my surprise guest. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, like I told you, I have a special guest here. I will allow her some few minutes to introduce herself and share her perspective on homelessness. Welcome. Okay, you mind introducing yourself to our viewers?
Yeah, my name is Esther Iran Name. I'm a very proud advocate advocating for children in street situations.
Okay, great. Thank you for the introduction. So, as an advocate, tell us today is World Homeless Day. Can you tell us what you feel your perspective about this?
Today marks the World Homeless Day. I want to um, call
Yes, go
I want
on.
to call on the government. Government should government should
Yes, government should go on.
government should government should support their families of the Employment Foundation.
Okay. Yes, viewers. So, we this is another angle. We need to give our children the voice. We need to. We say they are the future, but we don't give them the opportunity to speak. And mostly, when we give them the opportunity to speak, we are quick to want to see them talk like us. But Esther, you can take your time in your own words, and you can look in the camera, and you can tell our viewers and our fans and our self family, what have you seen out there, and what do you want to see changed?
Children find it difficult to have a decent place to sleep at night, so they are being left on the street and they face many dangers also.
Yeah, you were telling me before about your trip to Accra Mall and something. Can you tell me what you saw there and how you felt about it? And going to Agbogboshi and this area.
These children used to beg when they are passing them.
Yes. And what do you think about it? How do you feel about that?
I feel very bad because they need to be educated so their parents will also be proud of them.
Okay. And what do you want to say to everyone watching us today on a World Homeless Day?
Government, NGOs, and individuals have a role to play in these children's lives.
There you have it. This is indeed the special guest I've been waiting for, and you heard it in your own words. And without any further stress, I want to invite all of you. I want to go to the event page on any of our social media channels. There will be a lot. Go to our website as well. You will see it there. And in the various ways I mentioned, you can join us. You can join us as an advocate. We're not just looking for donations. Yes, donations are key, they are central to what we do. But and the donations can be in cash or in kind. We are building hampers. This year we are doing something very unique. So as you follow the story, you will get to see the unique thing we are doing this year. Share the word, share this video with your friends, with everyone. You need to, if you've not liked our page, if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do that so you can keep hearing more about what we are doing. There are a lot of volunteering opportunities here. We are proud to say that we don't just have Ghanaian volunteers, we have volunteers from all over the world, from Germany, from Canada, from the US, who come in from time to time. So when you are volunteering with us, it's not just you're giving your time, you're also learning how to work in an international team and work to be able to build yourself as well. But meanwhile, you are tackling a very important thing. We have some young graduate program, learning program where you can do your national service with us. You so you will have to reach out to us and be able to tap into that opportunity. We're looking for advocates. We're looking for passionate people that want change, that want the issue of homelessness to be addressed. But most importantly, too, we're looking for corporate partners. We're looking for NGOs, civil society organizations. We're looking for partnership from our own government to see how what we have grown, the model we have grown, can be scaled up into something that would be able to impact a lot more children. On that note, Esther, before we leave, you have anything to say to our final words?
I want to thank you for and I appreciate you for all this. And I want the government should support their families to be empowered in their situation. I want also individuals to support these children to have a better.
Thank you, Esther, for coming through. But before we go, our media team will be playing some videos of some of the impact stories we've had. I'm going to talk about these videos briefly before Cassie shows them off, and then we have a sign off to go. We have a number of kids that we have supported over the years, over the last 13 years, and a number of them have made it to tertiary institutions. There's one story you watch about Daniela Glow, very touching story. Go to our website and you will see more about Daniela Glow, and watch the full video of Daniela Glow on our YouTube channel, SCEF TV, where Daniel was picked from class 6 and he didn't have a hope of ever even completing JHS, but with support of numerous individuals, we've helped Daniela Glow go through that. He's in the University of Ghana now, he's in his second year, but the video is just showing you when we picked Daniel up. We also have some videos of gratitude coming from some of our students in Design Technology Institute. So you will see their gratitude and their wishfulness. We have several other cases like this. Some that are in serving the Ghana Army Band, some that are working, some that have their own businesses already. And education is a long-term investment, and we are beginning to do the fruits even in 13 years. So media team, please take it over and show us some of the impact stories.
My name is Daniela Blue, and this is where I live. Okay. It is Jamestown. And this place is called Assembly. And I live here with my parents. I have been with SCEF for 5 years now. Before I came to SCEF, life was so tough for me. Even my parents could not afford to buy stationaries, books, and other stuff for school. So it's like every time like school resume, I have to struggle a lot to get some books to start up with the education. Sometimes I have to borrow books from my friends. Some will dash me and the rest to be using for exercise and homework and other stuff. I have to see this after me. When I go to GHS, over there during the weekend, I've been moving to town to be doing some menial jobs that I get money at the end of the day. So when I bring that money to the house, I make sure I take care of the money. Sometimes I go to the market, I buy ingredients, and I prepare food for all of us to eat. When my sisters are also going to school the following morning, I give them something to go to school.
I'm Priscilla Briebwa. I'm from Accra, Jamestown, and a learner from DTI. Offering entrepreneurship because I want to be a business owner one day. So now they are still sponsoring me on DTI. And my expectations are to become a CEO of my own business one day and be part of the military.
I'm currently studying design innovation at DTI, Design Technology Institute. CAD-CAM is a course that we run at DTI with the use of CNC machinery to learn how to knit and lathe and many more. Also, I'm the SRE secretary for this great institution. Being an SRE secretary, I've been able to work closely with the school authorities, which is a great experience for me. SCEF came through my life and has been a great, preeminent support for me. I appreciate them for what they have done so far. With their help, I've been able to complete secondary school and I'm about to complete DTI. I'm very grateful for what they have done in my life. I really appreciate them once again. My stay at DTI, I've let me gain a lot of experiences, how to use the computer massively. I'm now computer literate. At first, I'm not like that, but through by the help of SCEF, I've been able to be a computer literate. Thank you, SCEF.
So remember that this welcome. Remember that the theme for this year's Sharing the Joy of Christmas end of year fundraising is building a community of belonging, celebrating the rights of all. And we would have series of campaigns of advocacy, of fundraising, of activations will be on various street corners. We have donation boxes placed in a number of locations in Accra. So we will be going to these locations. We'll be advocating for the rights of children. We'll be raising awareness about homeless people. And so we'll be sharing it on our social media handles. Please follow us wherever we are. Join us when you can with your donations in kind or in cash. You can also just come and join us, and we would have different ways of making this an actual case. If you have any panel discussions, if you have any media engagement, how we can raise awareness and advocate for policy change, please don't forget to invite us, and we will be there because this is our bloodline. This is core to our mission as an organization. Also, don't forget that you can volunteer with us in different ways. It can be virtual, it can be assisting us with photography, with videography. Our media team will take, like, we want to do a number of live shows like this. You can join us as and when, and we have scheduled these things, and you can be a part of this. And we are this launch is going to have us raise or do all this advocacy, do all this fundraising in donation in kind and cash, leading to the 16th of December. Now, it's not just going to be the 16th of December. We are finalizing a location where the parents of the children we have supported them to make different products, share butter, so things, and they have also extended a hand of invitation to other grassroots businesses that are making products. So we have an Omanye weekend market. So every third Saturday in each month, we have the Omanye weekend market. So they did their launch last weekend, last 2 weeks, and on the 21st of this month, the same time we are having our back to school event, they will be having another weekend market. Then they will have a pre-Xmas Omanye market fair from the 14th to the 16th of December. So they will start day one, day two, and then on the final day, we will all converge, and then all the kids will join us. So at this event on the 16th, we are going to have a number of celebrities pass through to show their commitment and support for homelessness, to endorse and sign different things. We have our glorious Accra Dances movement going to be launched that day. If you all remember, those who have followed the SCEF journey, we had a Global Water Dances Accra platform happen at Bute Institute in June, and a number of our kids performed advocating for climate change and safe water. So they are going to be outdooring a new drama series they have written and are rehearsing on the 16th, so you can't miss that. So there'll be 3 days of sale, pre-Xmas sale, bazaar, food, everything will be there in this location. And on the last day, our kids will be performing alongside some celebrities, cultural display, Jenako cultural troupe, and Accra Water Dances will be gracing the occasion. We'll have our scholarship recipients who I've been talking about come to this program and come and share their experiences. You can interact with them. There will be several workshop activities. There will be different fun things to do on this day. You can also come and do your pre-Xmas shopping with purpose, where you're buying gifts for your hampers, for your friends, for your family. And you can also order online. If you go on our website, you can order it online. Outside of then on this, after this whole show is over, we are going to still continue our advocacy and our end of year fundraising, and you can join us in any way that you can. Before I leave as well, on the 21st of this month, we are having back to school. It's our kids are going back to school. Street connected children are going back to school, and we're going to give backpacks and the rest. So join us if you can. This is happening at John Wesley Methodist Church, and we'll be happy to have you. On that note, thank you for viewing this. If you have watched to this point, I will have to say thank you for your commitment to this course. Share with your friends. Join us in a with how, as a company, join us with your partnerships, and we'll be happy to have you. On this note, congrats to all of us for the successful launch of 2023 end of year fundraising towards sharing the joy of Christmas. Thank you and bye bye.